Hey everybody. Let's see. People starting to pop in. I'm not sure if you can actually see me though right now. I don't see me. You guys will have to tell me if you see me. And if not, that's okay. We're not going to panic. We'll get there. Yep. Okay. Looks like we see me. Hi guys. It's so good to see you all. Yeah, I'm so excited about this. I'm so glad you guys are here. First things first. Oh, thank you. Valerie said hold on, we'll share that one. My hair looks fabulous. Thank you. Thank you, Valerie. I'm so glad that you guys are here. It's so good to see you guys popping in. Hey, everybody. Denise is ready to party. Love that. Hey, Lydia. Great to see you. Yeah. Hey, Nona. Great to see you. I'm so excited. Hi, Beth. Everybody popping in. So excited to see you. I love that you're commenting in the chat. Why, thank you, Carol. We are on Facebook and Instagram. No, not Instagram, Facebook and YouTube right now. And if you comment all night long, you'll be eligible for the various prizes that we're going to be giving away all night long. So we're not going to do like individual enter for this drawing, enter for that drawing. It's just going to be enter all night, and every time you comment, you're eligible to win a prize, and we're going to have some awesome prizes. Hey, Leanne, good to see you. And Caitlin. Hey, Caitlin. Hey, Jane, it is so good to see all of you. I'm so excited that you're here. So we're doing some new techie stuff. So bear with me. I hope it all works. But so far, I'm loving it. I love being able to put your all's comments up on the screen. And we're going to, of course, have some special guests coming in here in just a little bit. So here's what I need to say about tonight. It's going to be fast. It's going to be furious in a good way. This is going to be so fun. Hey, Janet. I'm so excited that you're here too. It's going to be so fun. Everything's basically going to go in like 5-minute increments for an hour, and then we're going to be done. So I just hope we can all keep up. Oh, thank you. Lydia says I am popping the comments up like a pro. I sure try. I spent a ridiculous amount of time practicing because I was really horrified that I was going to really mess it all up. And it's early. I may yet. But for now, it seems to be working, and I'm really, really glad. Carol's pre-order's coming tomorrow. That's so exciting. Yeah, so if you have, hey, Miss Marcia, good to see you. If you guys have gotten your copy of Plot Twist, awesome. I'd love to know that. And, but I'd also love to know, do you have a pre-order coming? Lynette is multitasking. So she is cooking dinner. I loved early. Kate got in here and said that she fed the family so she could get here on time, and no burns this time because I accidentally led to some minor burns in the past by distracting her. So just so thrilled that you guys are here. So yeah, I have this book coming out tomorrow. Don't know if you guys have heard, but Plot Twist. Plot Twist is coming out tomorrow. And I tell you, I know for me, it feels like it's been a really long time as far as the publication process, but even more than that, I mean, many of you know, I started writing this book almost 10 years ago. And so, the book takes place from 2003 to 2013. And there's a very good reason for that. I was writing it in 2012. And I thought, when this book comes out in 2013, it'll be relevant. Ha 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 ha. Here we are, 2021. And this book is hitting shelves, and I'm so excited. So if you have pre-ordered it, thank you. If you are going to go order it right now, awesome. I would just love that. Also, you guys are commenting a little bit in what's happening. So Andy is reading it right now. That's awesome sauce. Miss Marcia says plot twist is supposed to be here tomorrow. Rochelle's so excited. Thank you. Jane has seen it all over Instagram. It has been many places. And that's most, I hope I'm not driving you guys too nuts with that. I got distracted for a second because one of my guests just popped in and I see her face, even though you all don't see her face yet. So she and I are waving at each other and you don't get to see her yet. She'll be here in a little bit and it's going to be epic, but you don't get to see her yet. So yeah, I'm so thrilled that you guys are here. Thank you for the reviews that have already been coming in for Plot Twist. As I always say, and I mean it 100%, and most authors mean this when they say it. Even if you don't like it, please leave a review. Reviews are so important, and that's okay if it's not your cup of tea. Tell people that, because you might prevent people from picking up a book that they really would not like, or something that you don't like, they may love, and it may lead to them picking it up. So never hesitate to leave a review just because you think, but I didn't like it. Doesn't matter. Leave a review. Let's see what some of your all's comments are saying. Hannah says she hasn't bought the book yet, but it's been on our TBR on a book buying ban. Struggle is real. I get it, girl. It's okay. Beth says, I've been following you for a while, but grad school consumed my time. You think? So you haven't read any of my stuff yet. That's okay. I love that you're, I love that you're hanging in there. And when the time is right, that's one of the wonderful things I love about books is they seem to be the right book at the right time very, very often. So whenever that time is, I look forward to sharing that experience with you. Yeah, so we've got, let's see, we are going to real quick, I'm going to grab a Mad Libs thing from you because we're going to be playing Plot Twist Mad Libs all night long. And then at the end of the night, we'll read it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hilarious. I hope. That's up to you guys because you get to do the words. So we're going to start with an adjective. So you guys just throw in your adjectives there in the comments. I'm going to pick an adjective before we go to our next segment here. And just a reminder, leave a comment at any point during the live party. If you're watching this on replay, I'm so glad you're here. But the prizes are going to be given based on comments during the live. But if you follow my pages and all that, there will always be more opportunities to win things. So please don't let that be a discouragement. But I really hope that you will comment all night long, and it's going to make it so much more fun for all of us. Okay, I'm grabbing the first adjective that caught my eye, which is squishy. How do you not pick squishy when squishy is an option? So our first adjective for Plot Twist Mad Libs is going to be squishy. Let's see. There are some great ones there though, you guys. Man, okay, you keep these adjectives. Actually, we can go ahead and take another adjective right now. I'm going to go ahead and do, I don't know, some of them are almost too good. Let's do perpendicular. So we have squishy and perpendicular for our first two adjectives, you guys. So we're going to have so many more Mad Libs throughout the night. So keep your grammar fresh. Is that even how I would say that? So let's get a few. Yeah, look at some of the, you guys had so many great words popping up. You're just cracking me up already, and we've only begun. So we're going to have special guests all night long. Our first special guest is not actually here yet. I know she will be. Something must have happened to where she's not here yet. But since we do have a special guest in here, I'm wondering if she'll go ahead and go live early. What do you say, girl?
I don't understand. Hello.
Hello, Ferguson.
I think I'm a little confused on the meaning of this game, and so I was very much looking forward to you doing this with other people first. It doesn't pay to be early, apparently.
You mean like Mad Libs is confusing you?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played. And so,
You've
yeah.
never played Mad Libs. Okay. So Mad Libs this is a section from Plot Twist. This is a little excerpt from Plot Twist, but certain words are removed, and we're going to put in different words and see, but they don't know what they're choosing the words for.
No,
that's how you play Mad Libs.
That's doable. I can do that.
Okay. So while you're here, we're going to, of course, talk about your books and all the wonderful things about you. But before we go any further, name a TV show for me. You can pick a TV show for Mad Libs. Frasier.
Also, your hair looks so nice.
Oh, I thank you, ma'am. Janet says, that is a tragedy. Welcome to the Mad Libs Fund.
I see that, Janet. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is a heck of a way to be introduced to the game of Mad Libs. I can think of no finer way.
Oh, I love it. So it's really weird. I love all of this stuff, and yet it doesn't show up. Like, I'm not able to see what everybody's seeing. So seriously, guys, if at any point you're just like, I'm looking up your nose right now, you guys may have to tell me that, because otherwise we're just going to assume everything looks great. Anyway, hi, Melissa Ferguson.
What's up? How's it going?
It's going pretty well. How's it going for you?
I agree with Valerie. Frasier is the best.
Frasier is the best. Yeah, I think you and I actually connected over a little bit of Frasier love pretty early in the game. Like, I won't say it's what brought us together, but I won't say it's not what brought us together.
No, I mean, how could you?
So, but let's talk about you, because you write the most delightful books. And also, if anyone follows Melissa on Instagram, TikTok, all the things, not all the things, Instagram and TikTok are like, TikTok's like your biggie, right? But then
TikTok is my new homeland. Yes.
Okay. And you mastered it, and you're a genius on there, which I admire so much. But your personality and your exuberance just carries with you in everything you do. And it's like, I love that about you. So we could talk forever, but I've said these will be 5-minute interviews, which right now I'm like, this is cruel, because Melissa and I haven't had a chance to talk much lately, and I just want to talk to you. But tell us a little bit about what you write, what we can expect if we pick up your books, and what's coming next for you.
Okay.
All the things.
Yeah. Okay. Like you, Bethany, as you know, because we've hung out in real life several times. I write sweet romantic comedy, although I actually have, I'm working with a home influencer. Her name's Jet Set Farmhouse, and I've helped her write a book that will be coming out with Nelson Books next March, also called From the Ground Up. So that's actually interesting. She's Jet Set Farmhouse. Some of y'all may know her. So, but mostly I write romantic comedy, and I have another book coming out next month, actually.
Hold on, what do you have coming out next month? The novella collection. I knew that.
Yeah, a novella.
I didn't.
So just a novella, not like a full-length intense, but it's with Denise Hunter and Kathleen Fuller.
I was going to say just a novella, I think undersells it a bit, because I actually got to read it early. It was just such a comfort read in the best way. I think sometimes people make the mistake of almost downplaying comfort reads, but to me, comfort reads are the best reads. And that's what it made me feel, all the things I wanted to feel. I enjoyed every moment of all three of your all's stories. So yeah, be sure to pick up this time around. We have someone asking, let me see. First of all, Rochelle wants to know, can you give us the titles of yours? So I know you sort of did, but let's go through the entire, there we go.
Okay. Here we go. Thank you, Rochelle. This is The Dating Charade. It's kind of like a twist on the Brady Bunch. It's my first. This is The Cul-de-Sac War, which came out a year later, and I took the best friend from this, and she's in this one, and this is actually in my hometown, which is really fun. And then this time around I took the guy the unrequited love guy from this one, and he gets his own happily ever after because he totally deserves it. And then I have another rom-com coming out next February called Meet Me in the Margins, which I am super thrilled about. And that will be next February, and I cannot wait for that one. And then From the Ground Up is next March.
Okay. Other than that, you're not doing much, really. You slacker.
No. Could you hear my kids? I just saw Ben run like, quiet, mommy isn't. Although, I mean, how professional am I that I'm hanging out in overalls? But I mean,
yeah, I love it. Well, I'm so glad you're here because I do know. I mean, we joke, but seriously, you have a crazy life. And yeah, and I love that. I love that you share your crazy life with us. We had someone asking, and I lost it. I was going to put it on the screen, but I've lost it for the moment. But someone was asking to share how to follow you, I think, on TikTok. But just tell us all the things. What's the best way to connect with you?
Yeah. So I have a website, melissaferguson.com, but I also have a newsletter on melissaferguson.com, and my TikTok is Our Friendly Farmhouse, and my Instagram is r_friendly_farmhouse, kind of to represent that this is an account about me being a writer, but also being a mom with ridiculous things happening, and also building a farmhouse, because that's what we did.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm playing with all the buttons. I don't know what I'm doing. So you can see. I can't see. So I'm glad you know what I'm doing. Yes. Okay. Well, that was the fastest 5 minutes ever. And actually it was 7. Don't tell anybody. But are you gonna hang out with us for a little while in the studio? Okay. Yeah. So I make no guarantees that I won't just randomly pull you on again at some point. So
also you left. Where are you? I feel insecure.
Hold on. Hold on. Am I there?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Yeah, I am. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you being here. Melissa was so kind to provide an endorsement for Plot Twist also, and it just means the world to me. And I love that we've gotten to kind of go on this journey together a little bit. And
yeah, it's been fun.
I just love you, and I love you, and thanks for being here. And I'm going to kick you out of the on screen now. Okay, bye. Let's do a quick giveaway. And then, like I said, if you missed early, you just need to know that if you comment at all night long on YouTube or Facebook, you are entered into the drawings. So stop playing with the buttons. Yeah, Trixie's telling me to stop playing with the buttons. I know, I'm the worst. I never should have gone high tech. It's not meant to be. Lydia asked a great question. Can I tag all my guests on Instagram later so we can find them? Absolutely. We will do that. I think some of the promo things that I put up, they're already tagged, but I'm definitely going to share things around and tag them because they're awesome and you're going to need to follow them all. So be sure to do that. Okay, you guys. So let's draw our first winner of a prize. And this winner is going to receive you'll get a signed book plate and what are those things called? Bookmarks. Those are the things we use in books. But you'll also get if you haven't read Plot Twist yet, just a little thing to know is that Alanis Morissette's Ironic plays in heavily in this story. And so you'll also get a little sticker that you can put on your computer or your water bottle or whatever you want that just says, "Isn't it ironic, don't you think?" So it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's draw our first winner. I'm really excited too about this whole thing. I think this is going to work. Okay, because now what happens is our giveaway tool should come up. Do y'all see the giveaway tool? Is it happening? I hope. And now I'm going to click draw. And if y'all aren't seeing this, we'll figure it out for next time. But we're going to hit draw and see what happens. And it's going through the names of everybody. And it is serious about that wheel. Beth Pugh is our winner. Hello, Beth Pugh. Congratulations. You are the winner of our first prize of the night. And we will, let's actually go ahead. Let's do one more drawing. This one is going to actually be for an autographed book plate and bookmark from Lyssa Kay Adams, author of the Bromance Book Club. And she'll be popping in with a pre-recorded video a little later, but let's go ahead and draw again. So this is for a gift from Lyssa. And let's see who we get here. Rochelle, congrats. So fun. So if you win anything all night long, guys, just send me an email, and I'll put up the email address again later, but send me an email to bethany@cbethanyWright.com with your mailing address, and we'll get everything sent to you. Okay. I think, let's see, I'm going to jump just a little because another guest is now in the studio. I see her smiling face, and you all don't get to see her yet. It's a surprise. But we're going to visit with her here in just a minute. But before we do that, let's get I need a number for Plot Twist Mad Libs, you guys. So give me a number. Throw all your numbers into the comments. And while you do that, I'm going to show you a little video from a friend who was kind enough to drop a little note for tonight.
Hi everyone, I'm India Holton, and I'm so glad to be here today to help celebrate the launch of Plot Twist. Bethany asked me to tell you a little about my own book, which is due out on the same day. It's The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels, a historical fantasy rom-com about lady pirates who fly around England in weaponized battle houses having a grand old time, until the men show up, that is. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and best wishes, Bethany, for your fabulous book.
All right, so I'm so grateful for India popping in, and yeah, her book, The Wisteria Society, comes out tomorrow as well. Tomorrow is a huge launch date. And I'm going to pick a number, and then we're going to pull on another author who has a launch happening tomorrow. And I'm so excited to introduce you to her. But first, I'm going to choose Lydia said 7,397. So that is our number for Plot Twist. And now I want to introduce you guys to another friend of mine. Come on in, Lacey Walton. Hey, Lacey.
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Sorry I'm late. I was having technical difficulties.
No, it's totally fine. I'm just so glad you were able to make it at all. And Melissa was here and ready to go and never missed a beat. It's great. So if you guys don't know Lacey, she has a debut coming out tomorrow called The Layover. And admittedly, I've not had as much time to read lately as I would like, but I almost didn't get everything I needed done to get done today done because I could not put down The Layover, and I'm not even kidding. I was enjoying it so much. So I'm only a few chapters in, but my goodness, I'm loving this story. So Lacey, tell us a little bit about you, and then tell us about The Layover.
Yay. Well, I thought that was going a very different way. So that was lovely to hear. Okay, I'm Lacey. I live in DC. I'm a flight attendant, and The Layover is about a flight attendant who is working her last trip ever and gets stranded in Belize in the second half of the novel. So,
yeah. And, okay, so you introduced this guy, Jack Stone, and he's one of those that, of course, we don't like him from the beginning, and yet you know that you should like this guy. And that's my favorite kind of hero. To me, that's kind of I don't even know fully where we're going yet, but, I'm getting Mr. Darcy vibes off this guy as far as like, he seems bad. I'm going to love him. So tell me just a little bit about this couple, Ava and Jack.
well, they're definitely not a couple. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What was that last part?
No, yeah. Then that's what I was going to say is too. Is I'm like correcting myself of like, no, just their dynamic against each other. It's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think she is typically like very nice to everyone, like wants everybody to like her, but she has issues with this guy, and she does not want him to be there. And he is more annoying because he finds it all amusing. So she wants to put him in his place. She wants him to have some distance, but he is very amused by the fact that she is so disdainful of him. So I think that makes for a really fun dynamic because, you know, if somebody's giving somebody a hard time and they're getting their feelings hurt, it's not as entertaining. But when you're writing somebody who finds it comical that somebody dislikes him so intensely, it makes everything a lot more fun.
Yeah, I seriously, I was so sucked in, and I'm not just saying that. I mean, I'm like genuinely, I had to say, put the book down. You have a launch party tonight. You don't have time to sit here all day and read. But if I'd had my druthers, that's exactly what I would have done. So, and I love already, like I said, even just if I'm only a few chapters in, but I'm already loving all of the, I mean, I feel like I know what it's like to be a flight attendant. And I mean, obviously that makes sense because you're bringing your own experience into it, but you did such a masterful job from the beginning of making it not only real, but because sometimes real isn't entertaining, but in this case, you made real entertaining. And I love that. So, you know, I'm just curious, like, and we don't have time to go into a bunch of them, of course, but I bet you just have countless crazy stories from your experiences.
Well, the funny thing is, I don't have a ton of stories from the plane. Like, I tend to like be super laid back, and in response, my passengers tend to be pretty laid back as well. Most of my crazy stories are from my layovers, and there things get wild because, I mean, a lot of times I'm just going out like looking to explore, and then you run into things, and I mean, you're out in the world alone. So that's where it gets crazy. But on the plane, yeah, I mean, it's just normal people misbehaving, and you're like, I mean, I worked last week and we had to kick somebody off for not wearing a mask, and she made it really dramatic, but it was just put your mask on, and she didn't. But the funniest thing about it was flight attendants talked to her, the captain talked to her, the ops agent came on and talked to her. Finally, the ops agent took her back, like off the plane to talk to her, and she came back on like cursing and throwing things around, and, well, you can't make me wear it now because I'm leaving. And she got off. Everybody was so like over it and wanting to leave because, of course, she's delaying the flight this whole time. So they applauded her off. But the funniest thing about it was she gets off, and then we're like, was her husband still there? And her husband had just sat by the window staring down at his book the whole time, and he let her get off, and he was like, yeah, I'm going on vacation, crazy pants. Like, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I love that so much. I don't blame him a bit from the sound of it. Good for him.
He went on his vacation.
I don't blame him. Well, I love it. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for me to wrap up this whole launch thing so that I can get back to reading, genuinely. But I have so many great comments coming in the chat. There's a lot of people really excited to read this book. So tell us, what are the best ways to connect with you? Just how can we stay connected with you after tonight?
I'm on Instagram. I am all about that _Lace. And yeah, Lacey Waldon, actually. You can just look that up. I'm the only one. And yeah, thanks so much for having me. It's so fun.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. And like I said, just congratulations on the debut and hearing raves everywhere. And like I said, a few chapters in, and I get it. I understand all the things. So, okay, before we pull you off screen, you got to contribute to Plot Twist Mad Libs. So give me a TV show, Lacey, that we can use in Mad Libs.
Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl. Good call. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. And I just have to say, I have loved, it has been the best book birthday group of people. Like, this doesn't always happen. And we're going to pull somebody else in here in a few minutes who's also sharing the day. And it's just been such a great group. And I've loved just kind of sharing the day with you guys and getting to know you, because we didn't know each other before we shared a day. So it's awesome.
It has been so fun, and congratulations to you on your book birthday tomorrow. I'm so excited that we get to share it.
Me too. Me too. So, well, thank you so much for being here, and we will be we'll be sending everybody your way, because we're getting lots of comments about how excited they are. So, of course, we're going to keep talking about the layover in the coming days, and wish you all the best. And just thanks again for being here, Lacie. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. So, you guys, I hope you're having even half as much fun as I am right now. It's like I'm kind of like nerding out over all of this stuff and having the best time. Okay, what we need right now. Okay, Valerie's loving the guests too. Yep, I'm telling you, we're having so much fun, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and draw another winner. And in case you came in late, just know that if you comment all night long, you're in every drawing. So you have a chance to win some things. This one, we're going to go ahead and give away. I will give away another signed book plate, bookmark, and an ironic sticker. Alanis Morissette's Ironic. So that's what this giveaway will be for. Let's hit our magical buttons again. I tell you, I'm going to get this one of these times, and it's going to be smooth sailing. Okay, let's see if we got it here. Okay, so let's draw another winner. The suspense. I wish we had some music or something. Janet is our winner. Congratulations, Janet. Yeah, so we'll get that sent in the mail to you. I do love, like, anything that we can do with confetti, I think just makes it all better. So I am a fan of that. Okay, guys, I need an ing verb for our plot twist Mad Libs. So if you have an ing verb, start throwing it in the comments. And while we do that, I'm going to talk for a second about the dedication of plot twist, because I love having different, I don't know. It's like half the time I dedicate my books to someone special in my life, like my husband or my children, and half the time it's usually a celebrity. And actually, we may skew slightly in favor of the celebrities as far as ratio, if I'm being honest. But so I wanted to show you the dedication for this book. We were going to play this whole game called Dedication Station, but I decided I'd rather talk to authors longer. But the dedication for Plot Twist is to Gerard Butler, who was with me when this book's journey began. Metaphorically with me, not literally with me, though that would have been cool too. And the reason for that is this book, and I've talked about this a little bit in some things, but this book was literally my working title when I first started writing this book 10 years ago was Untitled Gerard Butler Project. And the guy in the coffee house was Gerard Butler, period. That was the story. Until, you know, basically at the time, 10 years ago, people told me, you can't use a celebrity's name in the title. Well, I think that's the perfect segue to bring on our next guest because she proved everybody wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Miss Kerry Winfrey. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
How are you, lady?
I am great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Man, I'm so glad we get to share a launch date. And so my segue there, in case you don't know, Carrie is the author of a book called Waiting for Tom Hanks. And that was my first introduction to Carrie because everyone, and I mean everyone in my life said, have you heard about this book? This is so your type of book. You will love this book. Sure enough. Of course I did. And so we actually got a chance to meet up for coffee in a pre-COVID world. And I love it. And it's like, you're one of, I think I said this at the time. I've been saying this constantly about you for like 3 years now. And that's that, there aren't that many people who, in my snobbish opinion, if I'm being honest, authentically speak pop culture. And you authentically speak pop culture.
Yeah.
So tell us about you. Yeah. So tell us about, what you've written, but also especially tell us about Very Sincerely Yours coming out tomorrow.
Yes. So as you mentioned, I wrote Waiting for Tom Hanks. That was my first adult rom-com. And then last year, the companion novel kind of sequel, not like the movies, came out. And tomorrow, Very Sincerely Yours comes out. And the best way to describe it is my editor calls it Hot Mr. Rogers, which is like kind of a weird description, but I think that gets the point across.
It says it all. I'm like, sold. Yeah. So Hot Mr. Rogers. I'm like, I want to say, what else do we need to know? But then I also feel like there's nothing else we need to know. But the same. Tell us a little more about the story.
All right. So it is about a woman named Teddy Phillips who is almost 30, and she is positive that her boyfriend's about to propose to her. But instead, he dumps her and asks her to move out of their house. So she is kind of at a crossroads. She doesn't know what she wants to do with her life. So with the help of her best friends, she decides to do one thing every day that scares her. And one of those things involves emailing this local children's television show host that she thinks is super cute. He's like, I say Hot Mr. Rogers because I want you to know he is young. He is like in his 30s. He is not an older man. But there's like all these mom message boards that all talk about how cute he is. And she's mildly obsessed with him. So she emails him at the email address meant for children to email in their questions. And he actually responds, and they kind of become pen pals until at some point in the book, they do eventually meet.
Love it. I'm so excited. It's been one of my most anticipated books. Let's start by saying, you are one of my must-read authors. So it's like the minute I hear you have a new book coming out, done deal. But the minute, this cover is the cutest. And then,
on it.
It's so good. It's so charming and endearing and just sucks me right in. And so, it has all the things. And, can we safely assume that there's still a fair amount of pop culture in Very Sincerely Yours?
There is. It's a different type of pop culture because after my other two books, I challenged myself to not use the word romantic comedy once because the other books were so much about rom-coms. So this one, I don't mention those words, but there's lots of other pop culture for sure.
Okay. How hard was that challenge?
Honestly, I spend so much time talking about romantic comedies that I was like, maybe it's nice for me to have an outlet for all of my other interests. I don't know.
There are other things in the world.
They are still all pop culture related, though. Definitely.
Good. Oh, well, I'm so excited for you. It's been getting rave reviews from everything I've seen. Like, I put a quote and now I can't find it, but I know it. Oh, it's an Amazon editor's pick for best romance. That's huge.
I was so excited.
That's a huge thing. So congrats on that. But so what is the best way for readers to connect with you after this? If you have a new fan, how do they find you?
I am mostly on Instagram at Kerry Winfrey.
Okay. And I've loved that you're putting up the affirmations. Is that the right word for it?
Yeah.
Those are so, they're cute and they're sweet and they are so great about portraying what I understand the book to be, but also just like even out of context of a book, so many great things to take from those every day, and just such positivity. So I love it. I love your writing. I love your books. And
right back at you. You know how much I love plot twist because I told you.
Yes, thank you for endorsing it. That was huge. And yeah, and thank you for being here tonight. And I'm so glad we get to party together for this one.
Yes, it's been so much fun. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Before you run, give me a noun.
A noun? Oh my gosh, Bethany, I'm gonna like blank on what nouns are. I would say Pizza Hut. Does that count? Is it okay if it's a business?
Actually, yes. And I'm the one looking at at what it's going to say, and that cracks me up, and I can't wait to read it. So excellent choice. So, well, thank you so much, and I'll be talking to you later.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye. That was Kerry Winfrey, you guys. I'm just so. It seems like you guys are having a lot of fun. I'm glad. I'm not Kerry Winfrey, author of Very Sincerely Yours, so I will pull that here off of the chat. There we go. I just love that the author community is so supportive, and it's always so fun to get to know these authors. And we've had great support. Like, even there were authors who couldn't be here tonight who really wanted to be and who wanted to share in the fun with you guys. So I'm going to actually go ahead and talk about one of them real quick here in just a second. Actually, before we do that, though, I have to go back up to your all's ing. So we needed an ing verb. Let's go with I like, let's see, here are a few of my favorites. I like plowing. I like galloping. You guys are hilarious. I think I'm going with galloping, though. So we're going with galloping on that one. So in case you're joining us late, we are playing Plot Twist Mad Libs all night long. When we get it filled in at the end of the night, I'll read our new version of this excerpt from Plot Twist. And also, if you comment at any point during the night, you're entered into a drawing for all sorts of prizes, including some from our next guest, who is not here in person. She was not able to be with us in person, but she sent a video. And so we're going to watch that and then be right back here to tell you guys a little bit more and about what she's given away.
Hey everybody, this is Lyssa Kay Adams, author of the Bromance Book Club series. I'm popping into the group today to congratulate Bethany Turner on the release of Plot Twist. I'm so excited about this book. I think Bethany has such a fresh, funny voice. I think this book is just an amazing contribution to the rom-com genre. Very excited for you all to read it, and congratulations to Bethany. To help celebrate the release, I want you guys to know that I'm going to let Bethany pick 5 people in the group to win a signed bookmark from me when my next book comes out on July 20th called Isn't It Bromantic? It's the 4th in the Bromance Book Club series, featuring a beloved character who's just been a secondary character up until now, named Vlad, aka the Russian. Beloved hockey player, sidekick. That comes out July 20th. And all you got to do is just comment on this video, and I'm going to let Bethany pick 5 winners to receive a signed bookmark from me. I'll have her send me the names and addresses, and good luck to you. And thanks for being part of this reader community. We could not do this without readers. You're the reason why we write these stories. See ya, everybody.
So there you go. That's Lyssa Kay Adams, author of the Bromance series and Bromance Book Club series. And guys, she's like, I mean, these books are a big deal. If you haven't read them, they are a big deal. Bromance Book Club was actually Amazon's top romance of 2019. And so she's coming out with book 4 in Bromance Book Club, Isn't It Bromantic? And as she said, so she's giving away some signed bookmarks. So we're going to go ahead and do a drawing. I think we'll do maybe 3 in a row here. Is what I'm saying that to. I have a studio assistant in another room, aka my son Noah, helping me keep track of winners. So so I'm going to do 3 in a row. And again, the winner will receive a signed bookmark from Lyssa Kay Adams. So let's see who our first winner is. Janet is our winner from our last one, but we're going to draw again here. Crystal, congratulations, Crystal. So you will be receiving that signed bookmark from Lyssa Kay Adams. Let's draw number 2 here. Boy, it froze on my end. I thought it was me. I'm like, I can't win. Oh, that's Crystal. Nothing personal, Crystal, but we're going to draw again. We're not going to let you win 2 of those. Congrats on being super lucky and all, but we'll keep going. There we go. Ah, Jamie, that's exciting. I have the great pleasure of being on Jamie and Katie Reed's podcast, reading an excerpt from Plot Twist, and I'll be sharing links on that, and it was in my stories today, and be sure to check. But congrats, Jamie. And let's go ahead and do one more. This is to win a signed bookmark from Lyssa Kay Adams, author of the Bromance Book Club series. Emily, congrats, Emily. Way to go. Okay, so again, if you win anything all night long, you need to email me with your mailing address, and I will put up the banner thing that has my email address on there. The banner thing, I think it is technically called a banner. So that's scrolling there. Just a reminder too, if you are joining us on the replay, we're so glad you're here, but the prizes are happening live. But I'm still glad you're here, and there's still lots of fun to make it worthwhile. So, but there's my email address floating by right now, Bethany@cbethanywright.com. If you win, send me an email with your mailing address, and we'll make sure the prize gets to you in the coming days. Okay, you guys. So let's do a little bit more Mad Libs. Actually, I want to go back real quick. There were some comments that were really, really awesome, and I thought I loved Emily's. She said, if this night had a theme song, it would be "I'm So Excited" by the Pointer Sisters. I'm glad you feel that way. I am having a great time with you guys. Lynette talked about how she loves getting introduced to her authors. Me too. Vicki asked if there's a list of books that are being released tomorrow. No, I mean, there may be. I'm not exactly sure if there is or where that would be. But if you go to Amazon and I know you can search by release date when they're on pre-order. I'm not sure after that. But there are lots of sites that will say books releasing in June or whatever the case may be. And Judy asked, does the publisher put you in touch with authors who will be releasing on the same day? No. I mean, they would probably be willing to if I asked and if they could help and all of that. But in this case, it was literally just, I hunted people down once I started realizing how many great books were releasing tomorrow. And so many rom-coms. I mean, to have Kerry Winfrey and Lacie Waldon and yours truly. And I mean, these are rom-com writers. And so it just became pretty evident pretty early on that I wanted to try to celebrate with everybody. So it's been awesome. I loved how it has worked out. Okay. Oh, Val, I'm going to put up this compliment to myself because I appreciate it. Handling all the tech like a pro. It's actually super fun. I feel like I'm getting my groove in now. And if we had, 2 more hours, I'd totally have it nailed. But as it is, we have 15, 20 more minutes, whatevs. But there are a lot of fabulous books releasing tomorrow, Christina. I agree. So it's just so fun. Okay. So let's get another Mad Libs. I need from you guys another number. We've already done a number, but I need another number. And then I'm going to need a noun. So go ahead and throw out a number, throw out a noun, and we'll do that. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and put up another of my dedications from Dedication Station. Because when we're talking about rom-coms, to me, there is no, I would not be writing rom-com if not for Nora Ephron. That is 100%, 100% the truth, because of course she wrote Sleepless in Seattle, When Harry Met Sally, You've Got Mail, and they are what made me love romantic comedy, plain and simple. So I actually dedicated one of my books called Wooing Katie McCaffrey. Not sure if anyone has read that one. And we're not here to talk about that one too much today, but Wooing Katie McCaffrey was actually dedicated to Nora Ephron, and just said, let's see, hold on, let me get that. Yeah, so dedicated to the memory of Nora Ephron, who taught me that you always need someone to kiss on New Year's, that daisies are indeed the friendliest flower, and that sometimes people don't just want to be in love, they want to be in love in a movie. And that's what I love about rom-coms, you guys. I love, oops, we're back to Gerard Butler, as we should be. So I love the feel of a rom-com. I love the feel of a Nora Ephron rom-com, and that's always the goal for me. So I'm so glad you guys come along on the journey of all that. Okay, so let's see what you guys came up with. So we need our number first. Let's go with, I'm going to take Hannah's on the number, and we're going to say 38 is our number. And then for our noun, let's see what we've got. Of course, I'm cheating totally because I get to see what blank we're filling in, but I don't care. It makes me laugh. It's all about me. Okay, we are going to go with Anastasia's and use skateboard. Good suggestions, you guys. I'm loving it. You guys crack me up. I would laugh more, but you don't know why I'm laughing yet. You'll know later. So let's go ahead and, oh, thank you. Loved Katie and Will. I love when Will gets a little love. But tomorrow, or maybe some of you have already met Liam. You'll get to meet Liam. Liam's a little bit of a different hero. I'd say in some ways he's a little like Will at times, as far as maybe just your normal nice guy kind of thing. But then is he, there's a little more than meets the eye to Liam, and especially when maybe his heart is broken a little bit. And so I'm excited for you guys to meet Liam. I'm excited for you to meet Olivia and Fiona, who is Olivia's best friend. Caitlin said Liam is awesome. Thank you so much. I like Liam. I like Liam a lot. So let's see what other comments we have here. Oh, a request to post the dedication to Gerard Butler. Sure, I will. I have not posted it publicly. I will make that into a graphic that I can post on Instagram and Facebook. You bet. I think that's what you mean. Yes, I will do that because this one is it's for Gerard. Oh, Kim loves Liam. Okay, I love getting the Liam love. So keep it coming, ladies. Valerie asked, did I have a pop culture inspiration for Olivia? That's a great question. And I don't actually remember when I first started writing her, who she really was in my head, because again, it's going back like 10 years. And I don't think I don't think I had anyone specific in mind. But then as I had to start, revising and all of that, it turned into a little bit more of a, I see her a little bit as Pam from The Office in some ways. She's kind of girl next door, beautiful, but doesn't realize it. She very much sees herself as a supporting character in her own life. And she's surrounded by stars in her mind. Supporting character. She is a supporting character supporting these leads in her life. And one of those leads is Fiona, who Leanne says Fiona is crazy and I love her. Fiona is crazy. Fiona got her degree in Undecided and then went on to put it to good use for a decade. And she has amazing job after amazing job. She works for Vera Wang. She works for Shonda Rhimes, all these things. And she is crazy. And I love her too. Janet asked if I sent Gerard a copy of the book. Not yet, but I'm open to it. I really am open to it. I think I will. Why not? Right? Worst that can happen is he uses it for kindling for his fire while he's out being rough and rugged in the woods. I don't know. That's the version of Gerard Butler I choose to have in my head. He might be a big rom-com reader. I don't know. But might as well try to send it to him, right? Judy said I felt like the supporting character in high school. I feel ya on that. I mean, I think a lot of times we feel that way. It's just we're the supporting characters, and we're just there to. I think Olivia talks in the book about. I think she does. Some of you have read it since I have. So, but she says basically how it's okay to be the supporting character because the supporting character gets to come in and be supportive and be loving and be entertaining, and she has the best lines. But a supporting, like she compares herself to Joan Cusack, but a Joan Cusack doesn't end up with a Robert Redford is basically her mixed up philosophy on life there. So have I met anyone else that's as amazing as George Clooney's mom? No, and I never will. No one will ever be as amazing as George Clooney's mom. In some ways. I mean, I've met actually a fair amount of famous people, if I'm being honest. Like Stephen Sondheim, he was pretty amazing, but he's no George Clooney's mom, as has often been said about Stephen Sondheim. So, okay, let's see. I was waiting for our next guest to come in, and she's not here. And I'm wondering if she ran into some issues because I talked to her as of yesterday and she was all set to go. So I don't know what's happening. If she gets here, she gets here. If not, that's okay. We have plenty to talk about. But how do I meet them? Do I stalk them? Sometimes, yes. I have been known to, my husband's, actually, I'm going to bring on I don't know if he's actually there and okay with this, but I'm going to bring on my husband's audio for a second so we can talk about, I tend to stalk people at the Telluride Film Festival, don't I?
Isn't that how we met? No, kidding.
Well, I've stalked you ever since for many years.
Oh, I thought I was stalking you. Sorry.
Oh,
I am
no,
right now. Actually, I'm cyber stalking you.
Well, that is how we met.
That's right. That's right. Creepy, creepy.
We did meet in a chat room, in case anyone doesn't know that story, back in 1998 in a Yahoo chat room called Disco Inferno.
So it's only appropriate that we welcome all these lovely people into a chat room with the two of us, right?
That's right. This is how it all began. But no, we find ourselves at the Telluride Film Festival. It seems like almost every year we forget that that's what happens on Labor Day weekend. And it just happens to be beautiful weather. And we say, hey, let's take a drive to Telluride. And not so much lately since, Telluride's a much bigger deal now than it was 20 years ago. But we
you've always had book deadlines too.
Yeah, I always have book deadlines here lately. But we've ended up, we went to a soiree with my parents, and I was pregnant with Ethan, so that was 19 years ago, I guess. And we met, we ran into Salman Rushdie.
We tried to, for those of you who don't know who Salman Rushdie is, he's an author, and the government of the country of Iran put a bounty out on his head, like a literal bounty. And hi, Emily, by the way. And yes, she is an amazing author. And
I just want to make sure you saw that.
Yeah. What? She's an author too? Anyway, who knew? Yeah. So the Iranian government has a bounty on Salman Rushdie's head to this day. If anyone, never mind. I'm not going to give anyone any ideas, but we had some ideas at the time because we were following Salman Rushdie around Mountain Village, which is above Telluride at the top of the ski lift, the village up there. And then he got into a gondola and went down into Telluride proper, whatever. And we got into the gondola right behind him and followed him down to Telluride proper. And so, we just kind of followed him around, ran into him at the soiree, and you had your little Bridget Jones moment there as well.
Which, if you guys have seen Bridget Jones's Diary, there's a moment where Bridget asks Salman Rushdie, do you know where the toilets are? And so I wanted so badly to go over to Salman Rushdie and ask him if he knew where the toilets were, because that was literally like the year Bridget came out, or within a year or two, wasn't it? So,
and he'd be like, "Oh, never heard that one before."
You're a clever one, lady. We're getting all these comments about how you have this great voice. Don't know. Has anyone ever told you you have a good voice?
Maybe I should monetize it somehow. I don't know. It's to compensate for my lack of a great face, which is why I'm on audio.
Whatever. But yeah, if you guys don't know, my husband Kelly is in radio, and he has a great voice. I fell in love with him online, but once we started talking on the phone and heard that voice, I think I was done for. So
should I play your radio ad?
Sure. Will it come across with good quality and all that?
We'll give it a try. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you ready?
Yes, ready.
Olivia Ross is an aspiring screenwriter who in 2003 has a chance encounter with a handsome actor in a coffee shop. The two make a spontaneous pact to return to check in with each other in 10 years' time. But what will happen in those 10 years? Plot Twist by Cortez author Bethany Turner is described as a treat by Publishers Weekly. Pick up Plot Twist, a new romantic comedy by Bethany Turner in paperback, ebook, and audiobook from Thomas Nelson Publishing. Available from major and independent book retailers. Find out more at cbethanyWright.com.
So there you go. Pays to know people.
Thanks for letting me play it.
No, thank you for playing it. Oh, well, I'm I better draw some more winners.
I love your spinny wheel thing. That's just so innovative. And I keep seeing my own name on there. So don't, if it lands on me, please spin again.
Well, okay, I guess. Okay, so let's see. Let's draw another random winner. Can I keep you on here for a minute? I like chatting with you.
Yeah, if you want me to be like your Roddy or whatever.
I thought you were going to say my Roz.
Because that's your Roz too. But I mean, I'm just in the game show context. If I could be your Roddy or your Johnny Gilbert or your whatever.
Yes. Okay, so let's see. This will be, Emily was our last winner. We're going to go ahead and draw. This will be for, this is exciting. I'm going to go ahead and give this one away. This will be for a signed copy. Hold on, I'm going to stop sharing for just a second because I want to make sure this gets the credit it is due. Lauren Lane is a New York Times best-selling author, and she has this book, To Sir with Love, coming out on June 29th. And I love the description of it. They said it was Love is Blind meets You've Got Mail in this laugh-out-loud romantic comedy following two 30-somethings who meet on a blind dating app, only to realize that their online chemistry is nothing compared to their offline rivalry. Sold. So Lauren has very generously offered a signed copy of To Sir with Love. Thank you, Lauren. So excited about that.
I feel like I should be singing Lulu here or something.
I know. Well, when I was making the graphics and such, I think you were singing To Sir with Love the entire time.
Yeah. It would violate copyright laws.
Yeah, don't get me shut down.
And it would be inhumane to subject these people, but yeah.
Yeah. So Christina said the beginning of that was all it took to get me to pre-order it. Yep, I tell you, I was the same way with To Sir with Love. So we have one signed copy to give away. I'm so excited about that. So let me share the screen again. And guys, I said this was going to be an hour. We're obviously going over an hour. I understand not everybody can stick around forever, but we'll probably be another 10 minutes or so is what I'm guessing, 10 to 15. So if you can stick it out, we won't be much longer. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw our next winner. Kara!
Congratulations, Carrie Hinkle-Pink. You win the To Sir with Love book by Lauren Lane.
I should have had you here all night doing that. I mean, you were with me all night, but like in here. Because Carol said going over time is normal for me. Oh, let's see. That is very true. So it's just going to be a normal book club, y'all. Okay, let's go ahead while we've got this up. Let's, I know, it's a good voice, isn't it? It really is. So congrats, Kara. Let's go ahead. We'll do another drawing. This one will be for, I'm going to give away an audiobook of Hadley Beckett's Next Dish, which many of you have already read. It's not my new release. It's, but it did recently win a SALO award for best audiobook. So I would love to give away a couple copies of that. So let's go ahead and we'll draw again. And again, if you we'll do one win per person. Oh, and Crystal has already won. We're going to draw again. Sorry, Crystal. Lydia, I don't think Lydia has won tonight. Nope. So Lydia, congratulations.
Lydia. You win an audiobook of Hadley Beckett's Next Dish.
Beautiful. I left the to serve with love up there. You don't win to serve with love. I apologize. But let me get rid of that. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do one more while we're here. Let's go ahead and do one more winner. This will be, let's go ahead and do another Hadley Beckett audiobook. So this is for the audiobook of my 2020 release, Hadley Beckett's Next Dish.
And a 76 Ford Pinto.
And a 70. Oh, Emily has already won. We're going to draw again. Sorry, Emily. Although you've read Hadley. So no biggie. Yeah. Anastasia, I don't think you've won. Okay. So Hadbeck audiobook. Oh, sorry. Johnny Gilbert.
Congratulations, Anastasia Boudreau. You win Hadley Beckett's Next Dish.
Thank you. Okay. And just for the record, since we're doing our little bit of dedication station, that one was dedicated to you.
Aw, my avatar is blushing now.
Yeah, which if you haven't read Hadley, there's a whole thing, no spoilers here, but there's a whole thing about how when you commit to for better or for worse, that's really what you're committing to. And you, but thank you for a lifetime of better. He doesn't know that because he hasn't read Hadley yet. You've started it.
I started. I'm still working through WooCam.
I know. It's okay. Hannah thinks that you need to voice one of my audiobooks. I've seen a few people say that, so we might have to talk about that.
It would be kind of weird though, because the ones that are in first person from a female perspective, it would sound a little, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to definitely channel my inner, I don't know, my inner Nora Ephron or something. But,
yeah, well, there are like WooCam was Will and Katie, and Hadbeck was Hadley and Max. So if it was one like that,
yeah.
But okay, clock is ticking. So we need to get some more Mad Libs going. So guys, I'm going to need plural nouns, and I'm going to need 2 of these. So I will pick a couple plural nouns from you guys. So throw in some plural nouns, and then also a plural profession. So as in like doctors, lawyers. So throw those in there. I saw, let's see, we've got, okay, lollipops. Love it. These are great. I think I'm going to go with socks. And then I'm just going to randomly pick. We're going with oh, you guys. Let's go with Trixie's number 2 word here, which is gnomes. And then my plural profession. Okay, so we've got musicians, librarians.
I was trying to figure out what a blanket gnome was. But.
Blanket gnome. We're going with chiropractors. Okay, let's keep the fun rolling with Mad Libs. I need another noun. Sorry, I know this is going fast. Some of you may be like, not fast enough. This was supposed to be over 15 minutes ago. So I need a noun, and then I need female celebrity, a female celebrity. So that we'll just keep that moving. So noun. Okay, so we're going to go with, I'm going to take xylophone. And female celebrity, let's go with...
The female celebrities that people are listing are really kind of a window to their souls, aren't they?
A little bit. Got everybody from Joan Crawford to Oprah Winfrey to Gwyneth Paltrow to Meg Ryan, Agatha Christie. I think I'm going to go with... Oh, well, here's the problem. It won't be the funniest thing. Okay, well, sorry. We're going to go with Julie Andrews. And the reason is I can't ever choose anything over Julie Andrews. So doesn't matter if we're playing Mad Libs or what movie are we going to watch or whatever. Julie Andrews wins. Okay.
Because she's practically perfect in every way.
She is practically perfect in every way. I would go a little beyond practically, in fact. So, okay, I'm going to need some more adjectives. So start throwing out some more adjectives. But then I also need a disease or an ailment. A disease / ailment and adjectives. And we're going to zoom through them. I'm going to need 3 adjectives. So we're going to pick a lot of things here. And a disease or ailment. Oh, y'all.
All of these diseases.
I know. That's fabulous.
I was thinking, you better be careful what you ask for with that, but yeah.
I know. We're going with tennis elbow. And then adjectives. I don't know. I kind of want... I kind of want to use ringworm, but okay. I'm sorry. I have to change it to ringworm. I'm sorry. I'm totally cheating by seeing what, but, and now I feel bad for picking Julie Andrews, and that's all I'll say. But, okay, so we're going to go with whatever. So I'm not even going to look at these because I know I'm cheating. So I'm going to go with smelly. And what's an adjective again? An adjective is a describing word. Okay, we're going with boring. And we're going with we're going with fluffy. And then I need, we're almost done, plural body part, as in ears, noses, etc.
By the way, your hair does look fabulous. They're right.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that. So plural body parts. And then I'll go ahead and give you the last one too, which is male celebrity. So go ahead and throw your male celebrity in there. Okay. I think I'm going to go. I mean, there were a lot of toenails happening up at the front. So we're going with that for our body part. And then our male celebrity, drum roll please, is going to be, I'll give you guys a couple more seconds to get your male celebrities in there.
Oh, M-A-L-E. I thought M-A-I-L. Like Postman Pat, Mr. McFeely. What are we talking here?
Oh. Okay, we're going with Al Roker. All right, guys. I know, why not Gerard Butler? I probably should have picked Gerard, but I just feel like Al is right for this. So we are going to, I'm going to go over and we're going to do a couple more drawings, and then I'm going to read Mad Libs, and then we're out of here. But you guys, this has been so much fun. I do hope that if you haven't already, you will buy a copy of Plot Twist. If buying it isn't on your radar right now, go request it from your library. That's huge as well. Please leave a review. It's huge, and especially like this first week. If we can have a really big launch and kind of help spread the word about Plot Twist a little bit, it's awesome, and I appreciate anything you guys can do. And did y'all notice my website, Plot Twist, is available now at plottwistmovie.com. There's a little story behind that. Not a good one. It's just that Plot Twist book, all of those were taken. For whatever reason, I searched plottwistmovie.com and it was available. And I thought, well, got to dream, kids. You got to dream. So let's go ahead and buy Plot Twist Movie for when the movie happens. But in the meantime, it's the website, because why not?
Starring Gerard Butler.
Yes, please. From your lips to God's ears.
Isn't he a little old?
Yes, he couldn't actually play. Actually, okay, I can't say anything. Hashtag spoilers. But there could be a very pivotal role that he could play in this movie, which would make sense once you read the book. So anyone who's read the book, you can just give me a yes or ooh, I know, or something if you're tracking with me, but I can't say anything beyond that, because in case you don't know, the book is called Plot Twist, and the reason it's called Plot Twist is because there's at least one really big plot twist. There are a few little plot twists, but there's a pretty significant plot twist at the end of this book. So I think there is a role that Gerard could play in the plot twist. Hey, I see someone in the studio here. We're going to divert a bit, and I'm so excited you're here. I'm going to go ahead and bring on our guest, and then we will read our plot twist Mad Libs. But hang on a second. I'm removing my husband. Bye, honey. I love you.
I love you too.
Everybody. Welcome, Talon.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I have time zone issues sometimes. And, I've been trying to kind of get away from my phone, but I had like this huge alert on, but my phone was on my bed and I was in a completely different room for the past couple hours. So I'm so glad you've run a little late and it's worked out.
Story of my life is that I always run long. I always run late. I do not stay on schedule. So I'm glad you just instinctively knew that we would still be here.
I'm so glad you were. I was like, I gotta try just in case.
Oh. Well, I'm so glad you're here. You guys, I'm so excited to introduce you to Talon. This is the narrator of the Plot Twist audiobook. And I just thought it would be so fun. I've never gotten to actually do any sort of interview-ish kind of thing with the narrator of my book, but you and I were able to connect a little on Instagram, and then it was just like, you need to be part of this. This is your launch tomorrow too.
Yes, it's so fun. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
So tell us, there are lots of things I want to talk to you about. But one thing I really want to talk about, and I gave you a heads up I was going to ask you about this, is the Irish accent or Scottish or, again, plot twist, so we can't fully say everything. But tell me about that. Is that something you already had in your repertoire or?
Absolutely not. I just graduated from Belmont University, a college in Nashville. And I know it was so fun. That's so cool. You have the chat going. But so I just graduated with a music degree. And so trying to, I don't know, figure out what I wanted to do after school, I was like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do voiceover, and then learning that this audiobook world was there. And so I contacted some friends and just people I knew in the industry, and then got connected with Kingswood Productions. And then Plot Twist has been my first audiobook so far. And so I felt so much pressure. I was like, oh my gosh, it's my first one. And then the first line, Bethany, is in this Irish accent. And I'm like, okay, go. And so I put in so much time. I was listening to Irish accents in my car, and then like the difference between Irish and Scottish, because that's a thing. And yep. And so but I don't know. I think part of my musical background really helps me like match cadences well, and so I really enjoyed it. Like, it was kind of scary, but it was so fun to do. It was.
I bet it was scary. And honestly, until they sent me the 30-second or 50-second or whatever it was clip that I was able to post of that was the first I heard of you performing. Now, I'd heard your demos and different stuff when we were in that whole process, but I'll tell you, my husband was sitting here and he listened to it, and the first thing he said was, it sounds like, why are they doing an Irish accent? And like, he didn't know that it was supposed to be.
Oh, yeah.
Or Scottish. I mean, it was whichever. Anyway.
Whichever.
But and I was like, he got it from one line. So there you go, girl. You did it.
Yes. You know, when I was talking to the engineer afterward, we were like, are they going to get confused? Because it's like, when you're reading the book, it isn't as obvious. Like, is he Irish? Is he not? But like, from the get-go, if you've got your accent, decoder on, then you might be able to crack it.
Which I think is going to be really interesting to see if anybody, I mean, if anything, by the time they do, it might be a little bit like, I mean, I can see it starting to click, but I can't see it suddenly being like, oh.
I think people will doubt themselves. They'll be like, do I know what I'm talking about?
Which is exactly what we want them to do. So that's perfect.
Absolutely.
Jane asked me, do I have a say in who the narrator is? And the answer to that is, yes, I have a say. I don't have ultimate authority, but I did get to listen to some demos and give my input. And I will say I chose, Talon was my pick. Talon was their pick. But for me, it was like, you just captured this. I mean, in your demos, I could hear the life in your voice. Like, it was just, I loved it. Was like, I just could see you as Olivia. Because I mean, again, if you guys don't know the book yet, you have to go 10 years with this character and run the gamut of emotions. I mean, everything from total heartbreak to total elation and everything in between.
Oh, it's so good. It's such a roller coaster. I'm such a fan of yours. I hope you know that.
Oh,
it was so good. I've never read a book that fast, and I had to read it. I think I told you I read it in a night.
Yeah.
From 10 to 6 a.m. That was me. So.
Well, thank you for that. And that I'm so thrilled. And I feel very honored that Plot Twist is your first audiobook and first of many. You also have a Carrie Stewart Parks book coming out, I saw, though, right?
Yes.
That's amazing.
That was super fun.
Yeah. So you are quickly a pro. Now I want the audiobook too, Christina said. Yes. Let's see, Trixie. I'm famous for the roller coaster rides. Well, I do what I do. Yeah, but never had a 10-year roller coaster ride before. So that, you think you've seen my roller coaster rides before. Plot Twist is a roller coaster. And so I'm just so glad that you are the voice of Olivia Ross, and that's no small thing to me. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We have some questions for you too. Jane is asking,
Ooh.
how long did it take you to record?
How long? It took me 3.5 4-hour sessions. So I guess that would be like about 14 hours.
Okay. Do you do a lot of, is it pretty much a straight through? I mean, or do you have a lot of stop start? How does that?
You know, we basically just how we did it is whenever your voice gets tired, and luckily your chapters were so, you know, like you wanted to take a break after one. It was like, okay, this has been a needy chapter and I need to take a break. And I see there's a question, what was the hardest part about narrating audiobooks? And I think that was it. It's just realizing talking for 4 hours straight is really difficult.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like switching between different character pitches. Like you would go from like, I put Fee up here, I put Fee up here, and she was all happy. And then Olivia was right here in my normal talking voice. And then Liam was down here. It had to be really masculine. And that's hard on a female voice to put your like lower register there. And so it was taxing on the voice, but it's fun. I love trying to find ways to sort of like get around my own vocal limitations.
I have to be honest, I'm just nerding out a little here. Like as you were saying, Fee's up here. I'm like, that is the voice that people will identify with Fee forever. And that just, I don't know, it was like almost a very surreal emotional moment for me there of like, that's amazing. And so anyway, I'm just so excited you're here. Oh, we're getting requests though. They want to hear the first Irish line. Would you be willing?
Oh boy. Mind if I sit here?
There it is.
Yep. I can't believe I remember that.
Yeah.
I read it so many times.
So I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay. So skimming through everything else real quick. Emily says she's dying to read the audiobook for Plot Twist. Yeah, so everybody's loving this, but I want to talk a little bit for just one more minute before we wrap up here. You talked about the music a little bit, but you have your first album coming out in September. Is it your first? Yeah. Okay. So talk about that.
Oh my gosh. So I've been writing songs now. About 7-8 years. I've been just accumulating music and then also improving. So a lot of the songs are more recent, but there are a few in there that I've just been working on for 5 years. And I was like, gosh, I really want to put out an album. And part of what I did over COVID is learn how to produce and mix and master everything. So I'm actually in my closet recording studio right here.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And so I'm able to just do everything right here. And I am working on my album of 15 songs that were written and performed and done everything. And the only thing that's not going to be done by me is the electric guitar, which I have my dad, who was a professional guitar player, to help me out with. So yeah, I'm just super excited to have a lot of these songs finally out and produced. And I think just as probably you can relate with a book, like you have the initial idea and the initial like framework, but then to see it completely in like its packaged condition, to have someone read the voices, it's just really surreal. And like, to me, it would be people singing the lyrics to my songs finally would be like, wow, this isn't mine anymore, you know? Yeah. And that's just the most beautiful feeling ever.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, I imagine it would be very similar. And I will say too, I saw you have a YouTube single called Not My Problem.
Yes.
Right?
It's out on everything, actually.
Is it on everything? Okay, I saw it on YouTube. It is the catchiest, most lovely, wonderful thing. Like, you guys need to go find it. So where's so everything, meaning everything?
Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora. You can buy it on iTunes.
Okay. But
yeah, it's my little summer single for being out of quarantine.
It's fabulous, and you're delightful, and I'm so glad that oh, hold on, my husband just asked, may I audition your music for a radio audience? My husband is in radio.
Oh my gosh.
So connections happening. We'll need to talk and make that happen. And we also got a request. Can we just talk to you and Talon all night? You guys are too much fun. I'm loving it. Yeah, so we'll definitely get you hooked up with my radio hubby. But thank you for being here. What's the best way? So we talked about the best way to find the music. How would you like people to connect with you? Is it Instagram? Is that kind of the way you, or what do you like?
Instagram is probably the most direct to me. I have a website. It's just my name, talondavid.com. And that has sort of it's kind of a home base of like, if you want to know more about me and what I do. And I have some voiceover links there. And then also just like really direct music links as well. But Instagram is where you get more of my personality. I post things on there all the time. But yeah. Oh,
that's awesome. Well, I think they've loved getting to meet you as much as I have. So thank you for being the voice of Olivia Ross and Fiona Mitchell and Liam Howard and bringing these voices to life. Means the world to me.
I love them so much. Thank you so much, Bethany.
Oh, thank you. And I hope when your album comes out or at any point in between, we need to do more of this chatting, and let's just keep on. I don't know. I'm so excited for you. I think you're heading big places, and we're all going to get to be like, that's the girl. Hold on. Is that big star the one who voiced Plot Twist? What? So we knew you win. So thank you for being here and introducing yourself to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
And happy launch day tomorrow. I'm sure we'll be talking.
Yes. I can't wait. Congratulations, Bethany.
Congrats to you. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that was awesome. Thanks to all my guests tonight. I'm so excited that Talon made it in before we wrapped up. I think she's just a delight. And I'm so excited I have not heard the complete audiobook yet, but with her personality and her voice and her talents, I just know it's going to be awesome. Okay, guys, we ran real long, but I hope you think it was worth it. It definitely was for me. And we're going to read Plot Twist, Mad Libs real quick. And then I'm going to do one more giveaway, and then we'll be out of here. But this has just been a blast. Thank you guys so much for being part of it. Okay, so this scene, give you a little background of what's happening in this scene. Probably my favorite year of the book, because again, it takes place over 10 years, February 4th of each year. We get one day each year with these characters to find out everything that has happened and where we're going, and to obviously see what the impact has been. Yes, I will put the email up again. Thank you for that reminder. I needed to do that. So every year we check in on February 4th. And one of the years is there's a charity auction, a charity gala happening. Because as I talked about Fiona, she is ridiculously exciting in her life and her jobs and all of those things. And so one year she is working for a charity, and it's a $50,000 a plate charity gala that she drags Elizabeth. I just called her Elizabeth. Her name used to be Elizabeth, and then we changed it to Olivia. I can't do that anymore. She drags Olivia with her to this charity gala, and Elizabeth, oh my goodness. Olivia. Okay, you guys. So when we know it's time to wrap up, I don't remember my characters' names anymore. Olivia is dressed in this amazing Vera Wang gown that she actually got from Vera Wang as a gift, which you have to read the previous year to understand that, and all these different things. And then it's this, suddenly she has to pull Olivia up to be part of this auction that, yeah, is just ridiculous. Now, she's already had this little bit of flirting happening with George Clooney. She's spotting all these other celebrities. She feels way out of her league. Again, this is the woman who feels like she's a supporting character in her own life. So you put her amongst a bunch of actual celebrities, forget about it. Okay, so that is the scene for our Mad Libs. Let's see what you guys wrote here. Is this like a bachelorette auction fee? If it is, that's a squishy and perpendicular way to treat a human, and I want nothing to do with it. I wanted to add that I thought those things only existed as plot devices on Frasier. That one actually works. But I didn't want to detract from my moral high ground stance. She kept pulling me forward as she responded to me over her shoulder. Trust me, this is no big deal. It's not like when $7,397 got Tony for the weekend on Gossip Girl. Okay, side note, it was actually $100 that got Tony for the weekend on Who's the Boss, an entire weekend. Okay, so it's not like that. Or $7,397 on Gossip Girl. Okay, had every show used that storyline? As soon as the auction wraps up, the galloping begins. Your first dance goes to the highest bidder. That's it. You dance with someone for 38 minutes, and a village in Yemen gets a skateboard. We arrived backstage where bachelors and bachelorettes alike were having numbers pinned to their socks and gnomes. Right off the bat, I spotted any number of actors and chiropractors whose names I didn't know, but whom I recognized from awful movies Fiona had dragged me to. I skipped an adjective. So let's see, first adjective I see when I scroll up is what we're going to go with. This is, well, it won't go up any higher than that. Well, I remember seeing moist, and as horrible as the word moist is, we're going with moist. This is moist. I love you, Fee, and I'd love to help build a Pizza Hut in Yemen. But this is the worst idea you've ever had in your life. Look at these people. Who's going to bid on me? She smiled as she grabbed a number from one of her passing staffers and attached it to my xylophone with great care. I'm sorry to ask you to do it. I am. But Julie... I'm sorry to ask you to do it. I am. But Julie Andrews has ringworm. I'm sorry, Julie. Someone has to step in. And you know what, Livy? You look boring. I've known you since before you had toenails. And I assure you, this is the most fluffy you have ever looked in your life. You're going to knock their socks off. And you completely deserve to be up there with the rest of these smelly people. And as for who will bid on you, well, I'm pretty sure Al Roker will. Sorry. There you have it, everybody. Yes, I'm so glad Yemen gets a skateboard. Yep, a village in Yemen gets a skateboard. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. So not only did a village in Yemen get a skateboard, they also got a Pizza Hut. So I feel like they did a lot of good at that charity gala. Yes, Jane, I'm glad you threw Al Roker in there too. As far as who will bid on you, I'm pretty sure Al Roker will. It's actually George Clooney in the book. But, you know, now I'm really regretting all my choices, and it should have been Al Roker to begin with. But, okay. I agree, Valerie. This needs to be the scene. We need to work to get Yemen a skateboard and a Pizza Hut, and Al Roker will bid on Olivia. Oh my goodness. Okay. I agree. We might have to do Mad Libs every book club. So thank you for the congratulations. I'm going to do one more prize giveaway and then we're out of here, you guys. But this has been so fun. Thank you for being part of it. Thank you for all the support. And yeah, I'm going to be everywhere on social media for a little bit, pushing it. You know, that's how it goes. And you guys are so awesome to help share. I hope you don't get sick of me and all that. But once a month on a Monday night, we do Monday Night Book Club at the book club closest to my house, which is my reader group. And we'd love for you to join in with that. You can find that information on my website or in my link tree on Instagram or on Facebook. But once a month, it goes without all the tech stuff. It goes pretty much like this every month. I don't always have the special guests, admittedly, but it's still a lot of fun. Okay, so let's do our final giveaway of the night. And Anastasia was our last winner. This will actually be for a signed copy of Plot Twist. And I will also, I didn't put this down on our list, but I will also include one of those ironic stickers and a bookmark. So this is for a signed copy of Plot Twist, an ironic sticker, and a bookmark. So let's see who we get here. Emily's already won. You're having such a lucky night, Emily, but sorry, I have to draw again. All the anticipation, and then it's like, sorry, you don't actually get to win. That's rude. I feel rude when I have to do that. I'm sorry. Let's see who we get. Kate. Kate has not won anything tonight, and she was our first one in the room tonight. She fed her family early so that she could not burn herself. So congrats, Kate. We'll get that in the mail to you. Thank you, everybody, again, for being here. So fun. I appreciate you. And yeah, I'd love it if you'll help spread the word in the coming days. And I know you will, because you're awesome like that. And I'm so grateful for you. This has been the most fun night. So thank you. Couldn't have asked for better. Thank you for being here. Have a great night. We'll talk to you later.